brought to you by Suzuki Rivonia, the home of happy customers. I don't know what happened. I was outside just 10 minutes ago. I was having lunch with some friends and down the drag here at Palm Court Shopping Center at Lock, Stock and Beer or whatever it's called. I had a really nice hake and chips with a friend, and it was sunshiny and a really nice day. And then I came home. I got back in here about 10 minutes ago, and it was a beautiful sunshiny day. And then in 10 minutes, it just changed. It's thunderbolts and lightning and rain again. I've had enough of the rain now. Have you, Alistair?
Absolutely. I mean, out this way, it looks like a destroyer from the British Navy from 1944. That's how grey it is.
Just like, I don't even remember 1944. I'm not saying you do, but so it looks like a destroyer has attacked Germiston from 1944.
It's as grey as the hello.
My
the
word.
dog has arrived.
Same
the
here.
one that was making a noise.
There was a dog making a hell of a noise at the start of this. It sounded like a very big dog. Can you turn your phone around and show us how big this dog is that's making the doing all the bluffing?
Where do I turn this thing
No,
around?
man, don't worry. Just turn it physically with your hand.
Better.
Oh, look at that mutt. What's the dog's name?
Bella. She's a tiny little spaniel of some kind.
The problem is that we just saw like a shadow of her, like a silhouette.
Hold on.
And now we want to have a better look at your dog.
Bella?
Does your dog bite? No, my dog
Does your
doesn't.
dog bite?
Oh, sweet. That's a very cute dog.
She is. She greets me every time I come to bed at night. I've got to give her a treat, otherwise she won't let me on the bed.
That's very sweet. So we minus Tanya today. I promised.
She's having a toe removed, wasn't it?
She had not her whole toe. It was just the toenail.
Okay.
She still got her toes. Tanya kept her toes, ladies and gentlemen. She's still got them. That's the good news. But she don't have it's just, I think it's a toenail that's missing now. Of course, that's a very big operation, and we couldn't expect her to be on the show this afternoon after losing her toenail.
She couldn't walk to the studio.
Definitely not. So Tanya is not with us today. It kind of feels like I don't have a toe. I've lost my left toe. It's weird not having Tanya with us. Something like that.
She's more like your left foot.
Something like that. Let's see what you've got to say as you join us on the comment section. Deline Gombert says, Joburg South pouring down, icy cold now, very, very windy, very, very frightening. That's Joburg South. We're getting weather reports from around the country. Give me your weather report. Wherever you are in South Africa, if you're watching the show live now, give me your weather report. I want to know what's happening in your area. It's silly, I know, but I want to know. Margaret Guida says, the weather reminds me of the Rocky Horror movie. Anita Maynard, that's Anita number 1, says, hello, Tom and Alistair. Hi, guys, says Karen Bennett. My favorite peeps, hoinkies as hoinkies was aanhou bluff. Something like that. Jenny Hewitt says, hello, Tom and Alistair. Rosemary Endicott says, Tom, look outside. The storm is on its way to us. I know. I'm looking outside my window now. It looks like the end of the world is coming, and the Vaal Dam is going to overflow and wash Joburg away. Heidi van Everdezen says, hi, guys. Hello, Tanya. Hope you're feeling better. We miss you today. I hope Tanya watches this. Good luck, Tanya. No, she's had the toenails come off already yesterday. And she sent me a picture. I got a picture of I've never seen. Have you ever? She told me I mustn't talk about this on the show. Now I don't know what to do. I mean, what do I do? All we ever talk about is ourselves. That's what we talk about. So, Tanya sent me a picture of her toe, minus the toenail. And it's and it's weird. Have you ever seen a toe minus a toenail? It's still got the same shape. It's like everything is there except the toenail. It's still got the same proportions and still got the little piece where the toenail goes. And
because it grows back.
I believe so. And then when it grows back, you've got to go back and they've got to nip the bed or something out so that you never get it.
Reshape it, yeah.
So this is what scuba divers do. I've got a
Really?
I got a theory, you see, because you've got to put the flippers on. You got to get the flippers on your feet when you go scuba
That's
diving.
that's like Chinese foot binding. I mean, come on.
Can you imagine if you got a toenail problem and it's biting into your toe, and now you got to put the flippers on? So you got two choices. You can stop scuba diving and let your toe heal, or you can just rip your toenail off and continue scuba diving. We know what scuba divers do. They just
Yeah.
they'd rather not
Think
have a
about this,
toenail.
though. Yeah, think about this. Ballet dancers are constantly on their toes.
The ballet dancers have got the worst looking feet. Stop it. Don't encourage bad feet. Don't encourage ballet dancers' feet on the show. Stop it. Stop it.
But they do. They've got the worst feet because they're constantly tying them up in those tiny little...
Have you seen a ballet dancer's feet? It looks like a Putco bus ran over their feet.
My grandmother was a ballet dancer.
Your grandmother was a... Really? Did it flow through the bloodline? Did anybody in the family got the genes?
She really had terrible, terrible toes.
I know.
She had terrible feet because of it.
Ballet dancers' feet. I love ballet, and I love ballet dancers. Their feet, I must say, are horrendous. Gail Mortensen says, how's it, everybody? Happy Tuesday afternoon. Smiling in Velty's drizzle.
Oh, yeah, cold wind.
Well, it looked like it was going to be all thunderbolts and lightning, and now it's kind of fine. It's very weird. Feel better soon, Tanya. Lots of love. All the best, Tanya. Lots of love for Tanya, which is nice to see. She's been, you know what they've been giving her, Alistair? They've been giving her the good medication, man. She was telling me what medicine they were giving her, and it made me feel homesick for the ICU because those drugs are good, eh?
Morphine. They've been giving her morphine.
No. Hey, when I was in ICU, I had ketamine, I had morphine, I had pethidine, I had Oxycontin, I had everything. It was like being at a birthday party. It was fantastic.
So you were lying on the bed, but you were actually 2 feet off the bed.
I was 2 feet above the rest of the people in the ICU. And then when they sent me home, I didn't have any of that stuff. And now I understand why people get addicted to Oxy. That's something that you can learn to live with quite quickly, I think. Durban is hot and overcast, says Anita. Emily says, hi, Tom and Alistair. Tanya, hope you're not in too much pain. She's fine. She's got so much pharmaceuticals running through her bloodstream. She's absolutely fine. Raining here in the Free State, says Lillian Kralen. A perfect day in PE. No sun, no wind. Ooh, a perfect day in PE is nice. I mean, PE is a good place to be on a perfect day, eh? Yeah.
As long as there's no wind, it's perfect.
That's right. Sally Tarr says it's hot as hell down the south coast of KZN. Verity Solomon says it's thundering here in Nelspruit. We got someone out of Nelspruit watching us saying it's thundering in Nelspruit. Mbombela. I like Nelspruit. I like that part of the world. Yeah?
It's a lovely part of the world, yeah. I worked in Dullstroom for a year and a bit.
Did you? Did you live in Dullstroom?
Yeah.
Is it true what they say about Dullstroom?
What was that?
All sorts of like shenanigans go on there because people are bored and they still all start having affairs with each other.
Well, listen, what happens in Dullstroom stays in
I see.
Dullstroom.
I thought so. I didn't know Dullstroom was such a sordid place. I've driven through the place twice and I thought this will be a nice, quiet place to live. And then I spoke to a friend and they said, oh, I lived there, Tom. You've got no idea what goes on in Dullstroom. People start changing. And all of a sudden, you're at a party where you put your car keys in a fish bowl or something, and then you choose another car key, or I don't even know how that's
It's even worse when you start putting your underwear in fish bowls, probably.
Well, Nelspruit's not that bad. That's Dullstroom we're talking about. Nelspruit's still got like normalcy. Dullstroom, I've been told, dysfunctional place, completely dysfunctional.
Well, they fit in well on the show then.
The more I heard about the fun they have in Dullstroom, the more I thought, well, maybe I should go and live there.
Yeah. As long as we've got decent Wi-Fi, we can work anywhere.
That's true. Jolene Vogus says, hi, Tom. I'm in Ishawi. The sun is shining for a change. It's been raining so much lately. That's nice to hear.
Hi, she's in the shower.
Ishawi.
Oh, Ishawi. Sorry. I thought you said she was in the shower. Sorry there. Oh, there.
That wasn't Alisterism. Where is the Shawi?
In northern Natal.
Is that the north? Near Sodwana side,
Yeah.
Richards Bay area.
It's more inland than North Coast,
okay.
but yeah.
I don't think I've ever been to Ishawi. Oh, Tanya Curry's on board. Baby Heart says Tanya.
Hello, Tanya.
There we go. And Marlene Falkenberg says, hi. Now Tanya gets to see what it's like to be a viewer. Marlene Falkenberg says, hi, everybody. Let's see how long she stays on board for. Charmaine says, good day, the two of you. Joburg South feels like Antarctica. Good to be with you both today. Wishing Tanya all the best.
It does.
Tanya says, I'm here, Tommy. I am here. Here's to you, Tommy. I am here, Tommy. I'm so proud to be in my hospital bed without a toenail. I love
Tommy,
you,
can you hear me?
Tommy. Give me morphine, Tommy. Oh, Tommy. And I only had Coca-Cola to drink at the lunch. I promise you, there was nothing stronger. I don't know why I'm in
Where's
such a
Daryl?
good mood. Daryl, thank you.
There you go.
Beverly Ann Lloyd says, hi, Tom and Alistair. Raining in Bergbron. It's pitch black here. Tanya says, I'm here. All right, it takes me a while to get to the comments.
We got it. We got it. We know you're here.
We're with you. Alison Rivas says, hi. Hello, Alison. Nice of you to join us. Anything Edit says hi. So hello, Anything Edits. Nice of you to join us on YouTube. Fins, because I said flippers. That gets that gets them going. Them goggle people, the scuba diving goggling club. People are wishing Tanya. Beverly says my daughter loses her toenails due to a lot of running.
Yeah, that happens. That runner's toe.
Is that what it's called? Runner's toe?
Yeah, they
Come
lose their
on.
big toenail every time.
What
They
do
do
you-
the thing like the Two Oceans or the Comrades.
What, they got no
3 or
toenails?
4. Yeah, 2 weeks or so later, the toenail is kaput, gone.
I was watching Gerda Stein. She just did the 2 Othens and won it again.
Yeah.
She's and
So
I.
it's time to wait. Brilliant.
Do you think she's got her toenails, or do you think she's lost her toenails? Because that would change
I
my
think she has.
feelings for her.
I think she has.
What, she's lost her toenails?
Remember when they're running, they're going downhill a lot, up and down, up and down. And when they're going downhill, their feet are being shoved into the front of their running shoe.
You know a lot about running.
I know a lot about a lot of things that I wouldn't claim to be a fundi on it.
This is not because you're a runner.
No,
Okay. So,
because I have friends who are runners and they used to lose their toenails regularly.
you still got your toenails?
Oh, yeah.
How many
I'm a
toenails?
cyclist.
How many toenails have we got on this team? Now, I've got 10. You've got 10, and Tanya's got 9. So we've got 29 toenails between us.
29
We're doing
toenails.
okay.
Yeah, we almost a full complement.
I promised myself we weren't going to talk about the toenails today, but here's Beverly Ann Lloyd saying my daughter loses her toenails due to a lot of running. I honestly didn't know that runners lost their toenails. So, oh my goodness, I just went for a run and 3 of my toenails are gone. Where did they go? Look in your tackies.
listen, man.
They're in the
I left
tackies
them at
there.
the 15K mark. You know who else loses their toenails, Tom?
Who?
Cricket bowlers, fast bowlers.
Don't joke.
No, I'm serious.
AB de
If you look
Villiers
at
had
it-
no toenails? Stop
No,
it.
not
Stop
AB
it
de
with
Villiers.
this no toenails thing. Alan Donald
He's not a,
had no
he's not a
toenails?
first, Alan Donald, yeah.
Alan Donald's got
They
no
are saying-
toenails?
No, probably not, because he was a fast bowler. And what they eventually started doing was cutting a hole around the big toe in their shoe.
I
you-
had
if you watch some of
no idea that we
Yeah.
could spend so much time talking about toenails.
Yeah.
And I
If
actually
you look at some of
Yeah.
their shoes, the toe, the sock is sticking out of the shoe there.
This toenail thing is a much bigger conversation than I thought.
Yeah. Can you imagine if Tanya was here?
I wish she was. We could discuss this with a professional, someone who's actually lost a toenail.
Somebody has first-hand experience.
First toe experience.
First toe experience. Yeah.
Oh man, I didn't know. My grandmother, my maternal grandmother, used to battle with her toenails. My momo. We always used to hear, let's not make fun of momo's toenails, because they used to be ingrown, and then they would cause a lot of trouble, and she'd have to go to the doctor and have them whipped off and stuff. I thought that was just, the odd thing that happened. I didn't know that ballerinas' toenails came off, and and that cricket players and runners all didn't have. It's changed the way I look at, because I was looking at Gerda Steyn coming across the line to Oceans. I was like, she's a very, very attractive, sexy lady. But now I'm just seeing the bloodied feet and the toenails in my mind, and it's just changed everything. She can keep her husband. I don't care. No, she can keep that man. What's that?
It goes black and blue, and then about 2 weeks later it falls off.
Oh, gee whiz. Let's see what else we got here. John Moslin says, hi, Tom, regular viewer of the show.
Hello.
Anita says, Tom, where's your crazy Cape Town lady? Well, we were taking a vote earlier before. Okay, so the lady I'm talking about, I don't think she's going to mind me saying her name because I actually like her. Her name is Natalia Joint Payzee, and she has a mom called Natasha Morrissey, and Natalia is a food blogger in Cape Town, but she also blogs about everything else in her life. So when the hamster dies, you get to see it. And when there's an argument with someone, you get to hear about it. And I've said to everyone I work with, Natalia is probably the most entertaining content producer on Facebook. And then I sent her a message earlier on, and I said, how'd you like to be on the show today? And then I asked Alistair and everyone, do you think we should have Natalia on the show? And then, I don't know, there was a vote, and I can't remember whether it was for or against, but I'd already sent her a message to say, but she hasn't answered. So I actually do want to bring Natalia on the show.
Put it on, let's see what happens.
I do want to, but she hasn't answered. So as soon as Natalia answers, I reckon we should bring her on, and we can discuss all sorts of things. She's very worried about her mother and whether her mother's on drugs at the moment, and I think we should talk about it.
Don't you think that's something we should avoid rather?
I don't know. It depends. If we can help, then we can help.
Yep.
You know. So here we go. This is the Tanya show. Tanya, feel better soon. I know you've had both big toenails removed. Both? Did she have both toenails removed? She only told me one. Petra Hollis Toy. Hi, Tom. Continuous rain since last night. Thunder and lightning all last night. I'm in Mariesburg, Western Cape. Hi, Petra. Thanks for joining us out of Mariesburg. I don't even know where I didn't even know there was a place called Mariesburg. Did you?
Yeah, West Coast.
Hold on, you are surprising me, Alistair. You know places I don't even know exist, man. You could be teaming up on me and saying Mariesburg, and there's no. I'm going to look now for Mariesburg, and I'll put it up on the screen. MARREESBURG. No such place. Mariesburg.
MOR.
Huh?
MOR.
You think so?
Yeah.
Maurice. MOOR. There we go. There is a Mariesburg. Let me just put it up on screen quickly so people can see where Mariesburg is. There's Mariesburg sitting out in the middle of nowhere in the Western Cape. It's close to Piketberg and Malmesbury, waar die mense brei daar in Malmesbury, né? Praat allemaal soos die breiers daar in Malmesbury. Mariesburg, is it Mariesburg of Marie, ons brei in Mariesburg. Hey, is it Maries?
That's a very big hang gliding, paragliding world.
Really?
Yeah.
I've learned something today.
Has got a huge, big population of paragliders that comes here regularly.
Okay,
yeah.
Wow. Well, it's very nice to have someone getting hold of us out of Mariesburg, Western Cape. I didn't know the place existed, and now I want to visit. Beth Lloyd says, I'm in the sun again, Alistair. It's 19 degrees in Pembrokeshire. They're all going to die of a heat wave. Don't go out in the sun, British people. It's starting to get near 20. It's a heat wave.
They're going to get sunstroke.
They are going to. All the old people die. Stop it.
What?
Don't be insensitive and callous like that. It's this Walter Friedenpark audience. Stop
They're
it.
They're not a good influence
How
on
can
you,
you
Tom.
be cheering for people to get heat stroke? I don't get that. 90 degrees in Pembrokeshire. Going fishing just now. Lots of love to Tanya. Lorraine Labotte says hi from Australia. Laura MacDonald says, I'm not a happy chappy today. I'm under the duvet with a lung infection. Okay. As an expert on lung infections, let me let me just say to you, can I tell you, before we get to Laura's thing, I went out to a karaoke competition on Friday night at a biker bar. And there was at one point during the night, someone had parked someone in. So the band leader, in between songs, there was also a band that was playing songs, and then he would come on and say, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, excuse me, there's a white Nissan Navara, registration NV65GRGP. You are parked in the way, please. Can you move your car? The kind of announcement you hear a lot of in crowded environments, I suppose. And 5 minutes later, the guy came back on, and he said, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, there's a whiteness in the registration NV65GRGP. Like you're blocking the other cars in, please, could you move? 10 minutes later, the leader of the biker gang grabs the microphone. And boy, I would not employ him to give public service announcements at Woolworths, because he said, listen here, you, if you don't move that bucky in the next minute, I'm going to remove the mirrors. And then the bucky got moved in 30 seconds. So, like, gee, sometimes all you need is the leader of the Max to issue an instruction, and people listen there. Huh?
I was thinking that maybe all the bikers went out and lifted the thing bodily and moved it out the way.
Bikers do you see the bikers specialize in breaking mirrors? You see them when they drive past a car, they do that, and then they bust the mirror. And I think that's what he was threatening. He was threatening to break the mirrors off the Nissan Navara. And then the Oakley.
Do you find that you're getting?
Yeah.
Do you find that you're getting a lot of those videos in your YouTube feed of road rage and guys breaking off mirrors and kicking in doors?
I think we all watch the same stuff. I think we like to think it's individually tailored to our, but no, I think we all watching the same memes. We all seen the same people. We all seen the same mirrors being broken off. That's what I think. Back to the lung infection, Laura. Take some advice from me. Make sure that you've got the correct medication. And if your chest is not getting better, make sure that your doctor sends you for x-rays to have a good look at your chest, especially if you're not happy with your lungs. So I hope that your lungs feel better soon. First rain in Cape Town, says Nolene. You know the winter's arrived. Soon the wind will come and blow you all offshore. Can't beat them, join them in Dahlstrom, says Karen. It looks like she may have been there before. Elaine Barney says, hi, Tom and Alistair. In the last 10 minutes has gone from partly cloudy to battleship grey in the Greenstone Hill area. See, the whole of Joburg just went doom and gloom inside 10 minutes. Salome Engelbrecht says, hi, you beautiful people. Hi, Salome. Lots of messages coming in here today. Gillian Corona says, it sounds like she's having a shower near Hlui. Okay, Linda Edmiston says, 3 Rivers, cold and wet. Please stop it already. Tanya says, Ishawi is nearby. You've never been to Sodwana. I'm in the comment section. I know. You're where Alistair normally sits. Eh?
Yeah.
Tanya's.
How does it feel, Tanya?
How does it feel? How does it feel to be on your own? Like a rolling stone, a complete unknown. Nicole Patterson says, hi, guys. Heather, how do you say that name? Nickelbine. Heather Nickelbine says, hey, you dysfunctionals are ganging up on Tanya. Toenail removal is not ANAR. I don't believe it's ANAR at all. They give you a local anesthetic. They do a ring block around your toe. They deaden the nerves. They pull it off. You feel a little bit of tugging. Then you get some ice cream and jelly, and you feel good. But I see there's more than just one person in our group of people who've had their toenails removed. It's not just Tanya. Tanya says, can't believe we're talking about nails. Karen Bennett says, luckily I've never lost toenails. Whoop, whoop. Lorraine says, when I ran the comrades, I lost my toenails. No one tells you this. Do they say that when you enter the comrades? By the way, when you drive home and you hit Harry Smith, I remember coming back from Durban the day after the comrades once. And you could see who the comrades runners were. They were getting out of their cars to go get a Wimpy coffee, and they were like this. And they were walking like that. And I thought, my goodness, why would anyone do that to themselves? Wimpy, Harry Smith, day after the Comrades. Boy, do you see things. Yeah?
I take it you went to run it.
I'm actually not a bad runner. In fact, I'm wondering whether I should start running again. I like doing about 7 kilometers. So I can do 7 Ks, do it in under an hour. But it's been a few years since I ran. I've never lost my toenails running. A what? Yeah, 40 minutes or so.
7K.
I think 7 I can do in about 40. I mean, I'm not extremely fast, but I'm not extremely slow.
No, I used to cycle.
I don't like doing that. When I heard you can get something called crotch rot, I thought I'm not getting on a bicycle.
Crotch rod from a bicycle? No,
The,
come
the
on.
saddle, from the saddle.
I never got it once, and I used to cycle for years.
Really?
Yeah.
I know
I
cyclists
told you
who've
once
had
before.
it
I rode once from Rustenburg to Krugersdorp.
to see a lady. I know.
Yep. Well, partly, yeah.
Never forgotten that.
And then 2 weeks later, I had to ride back again.
Julian says, Gerdestein, you must roll your R's. It's Gerdestein. Tom, you mean 29? That's right. We've got 29 toenails between us. Ronell says we're extremely funny. Having a toenail removed. Why does everyone say having a toenail removed is the most painful thing ever? Where do these people get off on this?
I don't know.
Yeah, let me just give you like one little example from my little life, right? When they take a needle and they stick it between your ribs, through your rib cage, into your pleural cavity without local anesthetic, I think that's more painful.
One of the worst things that a man could buy, anybody can have, but a man specifically, is a lumbar puncture.
Or a kidney stone. These are the painful things. Toenail removals. Come on, man. The bowlers cut holes in the shoes, says Nicholas Mons. Everyone's agreeing with you here. I didn't know that lost toenails is such a big deal in sports and in this world. I thought that the people that lose their toenails are few and far between, but it seems as if it's all around us. It's when you go to the spa, you know that some of the people that are walking around with you, they ain't got no toenails. I had a friend, she had no toenails. She used to stick plastic toenails on her toes.
Oh, no, that's dangerous.
But fake toenails. I know you get fake toenails.
You can fake a lot of things, but
She had fake toenails. Can you imagine fake toenails coming off when you're sleeping in bed and wake up in the morning and there's some pink toenails lying and say, what the heck are those? Hope you feel better soon, Tanya, says Linda. It must be very painful. Here comes this painful thing again. We had a friend whose toes looked like knickknacks. Knickknacks? Stop it. Don't encourage. Hi there, guys, from a very wet Cape Town, says Sharon Prinsley, sending healing hugs to Tanya. Now I will never take up running, says Heidi. Tanya says the drugs in the hospital are good. I spoke to her earlier, and I could hear that they were working. Oh my soul! How many people are left with toenails at this rate? Exactly, that's my thought. I thought it was just 1 or 2 people that didn't have toenails.
they do grow back.
Tanya says, I'm not talking about toenails. Guys, that wasn't on the running order. You can't. Your first mistake is sending me a picture of your missing toenail. And then underneath it say, please don't discuss this on the show. That's your that's your first mistake. Well, seeing that we're talking about toes and toenails and problems with our feet, here we go. Gillian had 3 planter's warts the size of a 5 rand coin under her foot removed. It was horrific. I had to crawl around the house for a month. Wow.
Yeah.
I was going to ask for aeroplane stories on the show today, like flying stories, but perhaps we should just ask for feet stories. If you've got a foot story, put your foot story in the comment section now. We see how many toenail and feet stories we can get before the hour's up. We haven't even started talking yet, and we're still on toenails. Moira Blade says ballet dancers lose toenails because of dancing on your nails. There we go.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have this thing in my head that if I was dating someone and all her toenails were gone, Do you know when you lie in bed and you're close to each other, the other person puts their feet up against your shin, the back of your legs?
Do you get curls when that happens?
No, I love it. You can feel the nail. I think that's quite cool. But
No,
I think
if
I would.
somebody's missing their toenail and they put it up
If
against
they
your back,
miss in their toenails. Oh, boy, I'm not sure what that feels like. Maybe it's better.
boy.
Maybe it's better. Because I've had girlfriends in the past, that's their little way of saying, hi, I'm here, hello. They're just like tickle with the nails on the back of the leg. And you're like, oh, she's awake. But there's always that little bit of, there's this little bit of scratch involved because of the nails. But without them, I don't know. I don't know. That's how you know you're dating a ballet dancer or a female cricket player, or you've got Alan Donald in your bed. Oh, I didn't expect that, Alan. I know times are changed, but anyway, yes.
No ball. No ball.
No ball. Man. Hi guys, says Mike Jameson. There's runner's toe. It's a common issue.
That's my brother.
That's your brother?
That's my brother.
Oh, hold on a moment. Hold on. There's more than one Jameson.
Hello, Mike. Yep.
Mike Jameson is your brother. Okay, well, let's find. Where does your brother live?
Bordeaux, Randburg.
Randburg side? Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, another Jameson has joined us.
Joined the family. Hello.
And Mike says, hi guys, runner's toe is a common issue due to repetitive stress and trauma to the toes, leading to a hematoma under the nail, which can cause it to detach and fall off.
Yep.
Seems as if your brother knows more about missing toenails than you do. You're clearly not the toenail expert in the family.
He should do. He was a man in the army, and he's done all sorts of things since then.
Okay. Wow. Well, welcome to the show, Mike. Gardestein is gorgeous. Let her be with her toenails. That's what I said. She can keep her husband. I don't care. Let's see, Mauriceburg, Thomas Mauriceburg, everyone correcting me on that. Shame, if Natalia's mother is on drugs. Okay, this is where the show gets interesting because now we're talking about other people. I like that. Shame, if Natalia's mother, let the lady have her peace rather, not trying to be a wet blanket. I'm not against the mother, by the way, Margaret. I love both of them. I think they're both great. I think I'm a bit nuts. Right, so I don't think when I look at other people and say you're a bit nuts, I'm coming from a qualified place. I don't look down on people and go, oh, I'm perfect and you're imperfect. I think I'm absolutely imperfect, and I think I'm nuts half the time. So I think I'm qualified when I can spot a bit of nuts, and they're a little bit they're a little bit batty. They're a little bit batty, but I love them. I love their batty nature, and I love the way they open about life and their problems and things, and I think the mother's cool as well. So I mean, we've been debating whether to put them on the show for a long time. I would love to have them on. We should give them a try?
Give them a try on Thursday.
Because her and the mom haven't been doing so well lately. They've been fighting with each other. They've been fighting on Facebook.
Oh.
I did an intervention once between Steve Hofmeyer and News Cafe when the one in Zambezi Drive wouldn't play Pampun. It became I'm not even joking, it became a serious issue. And it blew up over Christmas time when I was doing the breakfast show at 7:02. And we had to figure out how we could do an intervention between Steve Hofmeyer and News Cafe. And I did an intervention. And I got News Cafe to say sorry to Steve, and Steve say it's okay. And everyone, they all made friends, and we made them all happy with each other on the show. And I think we can do that with Natalia and Natasha. I think we can do a Tom London intervention and get them to love each other again and be happy with each other. Anyway, just a thought. I mean, who am I to get involved in other people's private lives? But if you put it on Facebook, then I might just,
I just had to mute my mic there a moment.
Why?
A car start up about 6 inches off my mic.
I wish we could have heard that. Would have given us something to talk about. Heidi Van Nevenhaven says, do you know where Napier is? See, now people are messing with me.
Napier.
Is it Napier?
It's Napier. Yeah.
Don't joke.
If you talk to the locals.
Napier, man.
It's Napier.
Really?
Yep.
Let me see if I can find it. Napier. Here we go. Napier. I don't know where Napier is, but we're about to find out.
It's also in the Western Cape.
Napier is there's one above Pretoria, it says.
Yeah.
Is that the one we're talking about? This one here?
No,
What, there's another one in the Western Cape?
I think so. Yes.
Napier.
One Napier, the one's Napier.
There we go. Some say Napier, some say Napier. Una Guida says, hello, everybody. I can see you at a karaoke show, Tom. No. Oh, would you like to see me at the karaoke show? I've actually got a video. Would you like to see? This is what I look like when I've had 4 Jamesons. Not Alistair Jamesons, whiskey Jamesons. When I've had 4
You're making the family rich, Tom.
Yes.
Bless you.
Thank you. I'd had 2 double Jamesons when I made this video. I was also in a good mood. Here we go. Take a look. There we go. You can see that's what I look like when I'm out on the jawl and having a good time, which happens about once every 3 years. It was my friend Amin, and we had a really... Where was this biker's bar? Lion's Den, on Deckers Road. I think the Max frequent it. I saw a lot of guys with Max written on their shirts. Oh, no, Tom, please don't say you were at LSB. I was for lunch. I had a meeting there. Laura McDonald says, thanks, Tom. Get better, Laura. What else have we got here? Hello, guys, says Kylie Bickerton. Hi, Kylie. Jackie Turner says it's chilly here in Northcliffe, just down the road. Missing your laugh. Yeah. Gwen says missing your laugh, and I think I am as well. Normally, Tanya's laugh is a big part of the soundtrack, and we should actually record it, so I've got it on a button here. What do you think, Daryl?
You've got it on loop there.
Yeah, we must record Tanya's laugh, so that if she's not here, we can just press the button and have a laugh. I think that's a good idea.
Let's beef her out.
Anita says, not everyone will lose their toenails. They'd have to butter me up with a lot more than jelly and stuff to get near my toenails. No, says Karen. Moira Ann Blade says, Tom, you are funny today. What Coke did you have? Just normal Coke with sugar. No alcohol, no nothing.
Loaded with sugar.
But I'm feeling like I've got... You know what? I'm allergic to cats. I'm allergic... Feels like I'm getting an allergy attack at the moment. My throat feels like it's closing up. Weird. Tanya says she's high as a kite. Big smile on her face. The comment section is fab. I'll keep my toenails, says Jackie. Puffy, crotch rot, says Karen. I didn't come up with that term. I heard people saying that. Been on the bicycle seat for too long, and next thing, you got something happening there. What happened to you, Tanya, says Gwen? She had her toenail removed. Who are you guys? Says Nimi Perus. We are 3 South Africans from South Africa that get together on a Tuesday and Thursday, 3 o'clock Central Africa time, and talk about life.
Just to have a bit of fun.
We have a bit of fun, yeah. So welcome to the show, Nimi.
Welcome.
What else? Anita says, try giving birth. That's a topic. That's a topic I try and stay away from.
Well, that's a bit difficult, Tom. You and I.
I made a big mistake. The first child in our family, like the first grandchild, was my brother Greg. He had his daughter called Courtney, who is my niece, and I was there for the birth. And they kicked me out of the labor ward when it was time to deliver the child. I was very upset about it. I wanted to watch. But my brother and his wife both agreed that it wouldn't be appropriate. I thought it would be. Yeah. I'm the uncle. Why can't I watch?
Why can't you watch?
They said,
talk about it.
Yeah, they did. They said, you're not allowed in the room. So why not? I want to watch the kid.
No.
Get out, they said. So I had to go out the labor ward and then the labor room. It wasn't a ward, it was a room. And then I spent the next 45 minutes with my ear against the door because I'm a Curious George, and I could hear all these noises. I was at 45 minutes of like pure terror and hell. And eventually silence, and then I hear, it's a girl, and then nothing. And I'm expecting to hear a cry. I mean, what's the first thing you hear when you hear a doctor say it's a girl? You expect to hear wee, wee, like that, and nothing. and I got such a big fright. And then she came out with the extension cable wrapped around her neck. You know why they tie those cables, those cords? You know why they tie the umbilical cord? You know that? You know why?
No, well,
If they don't tie the baby's umbilical cord, it goes all around the room.
like in a balloon.
So they tied her umbilical cord, they unwrapped it around her neck, and they brought her out. And she was blue. And I was the uncle. I was screaming, "Get her oxygen, stats! Do something!" And they put her in the baby ward, and they put oxygen on her and stuff. And the nurse came up to me and says, "Are you a first-time father?" And I'm like, "First-time father? I'm a first-time uncle." Jeez.
Yeah, here we go.
I thought I wasn't even. I didn't. Yeah, I didn't make that baby. I didn't see the baby being born. I'm just the uncle, and I couldn't. I battled to get through the experience, and I thought, well, I'm not suited to this. That's for sure. Yeah. What's your story?
When my boys were born 32 years ago, in a couple of days' time,
Yeah.
I videotaped the entire birth. I had a video camera on a
Really?
tripod, and I had my camera in my other hand. And
Do you think your ex-wife would let us play it on the show?
Huh?
Do you think your ex-wife would let us play it on the show?
I don't know. But the stupid part on my part was I went off and bragged about my kids on the video to my people at work and to everybody that I could brag about it.
Yeah.
And I forgot that I hadn't wound it back to the end, and I went back to the hospital and started videotaping of.
You taped over the birth? You taped over the birth?
The little cubicles, the little.
Yeah.
Little, in the ICU, they put them in little boxes.
Yes. And you taped over the birth?
Videotaping that, and I overtaped the whole of the birth.
Ah, man, that's no
I
good.
don't have that video of the boys being born anymore.
Jeez. That's not something to cheer about.
No, that's just stupid.
It is. Having a baby is a hell of a painful thing, if I may say, says Margaret. I'm an endurance runner, says Gillian. I've done 7 full Ironmans. I've never lost a toenail. I looked after my feet and made sure I was putting the correct run-in shoes. Margaret says, I'm sure the meds are good, Tonya. Someone wants to know if it's... Oh, sis. Beverly Ann Lloyd says, I agree, childbirth is the most painful thing I've experienced. Also had plantar's warts. Hey, we are sharing feet stories today. Laura McDonald says, sending love and prayers to Darren Scott. I did, I think I made a post about it the other day, and I've been thinking about Darren every day. He was admitted to high care a few days ago, and I just, I hope that he's going to be okay. Renelle is laughing. Karen says, rather don't have toenails than no teeth. No, man, you can put, you can get implants and you can screw new teeth into your gums, but you can't screw toenails into your feet. You can quote me on that. Tom London said it first. You can't screw toenails onto your toes. They haven't come up with toenail implants yet. Anita says, my son jumped over a fence, landed on the other side with a steel peg right through the front of his foot. He was 8, not a nice sight. Ooh. Nikki says, laugh out loud, and you say you're not into cats. I'm not. The toe show today is an absolute, is that what it's called? The toe show. We call it the toe show. I'm not likely to ever see Tom again. No, man, I'm coming down to Sodwana one of these days. Tanya's left us. That's terrible. Moira said, a child broke my big toe by standing on it with his soccer boots, metal studs. Nothing could be done. It's just a target for being stood and bumped on a regular basis now. Ouch. You look very good at your rock show. Just needed a guitar in there. And yeah, that was me. I got out the cave. And there I was. That was not karaoke. That was open mic. It was karaoke. The people sang karaoke, and then the second set, they got to sing with the band, which was quite nice. Tom, you are mull. Is that a professional opinion? So what's your excuse, Alistair? You just don't want to ask the ex-wife, says Corin. Well, we've got his excuse. He taped over the birth. No more toenail stories, dinner soon. Oh my word, who has money for implants? Millionaires have got money for implants. The rest of us just stand in line. We're in a very good mood today. If there's anything you can suggest we can do to feel better, please let us in on the secret. Good friends. I'm a firm believer in friends. Friends can make you feel better. You can take all the tablets in the world, but you got a couple of good friends by your side, they can make the roughest journey smooth. I'm a big believer in that. And I think that's what it is. And in me. My favorite was Cheers. Do you remember? In me. Do you remember Cheers? Making your way in the world today takes everything you got. Taking a place from what? Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to go away? Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows. That's what I'm trying to recreate. That kind of feel.
Everybody knows your name.
Yeah, well, you come and join us on the show, whether you're watching or talking or being part of it or comment or not, that you feel you're part of the mad crew sitting around the watering hole or the pub or the fire or whatever. Just being friends.
This is a roll-up of Daily Dose of Happiness and Tom's
something like
London
that.
Gang. And
Anita says that. Anita's saying friends are your medicine. I think friends are my medicine.
Yeah.
I'm friends with exactly 42 people right now. Those are the 42 people who've pressed the like, or the heart button. Those are my friends. The people who haven't, they're my enemies, unfortunately. They're just, yeah, you know, guys, you know them that don't press the buttons.
Press the heart button, people.
Other shows beg and plead. Please press the heart button. If you press the like button, it will help with the algorithm. I've even said stuff like that. Now I'm just like, you know what?
Subscribe.
Press the like and the heart button. You're our friend. And if you don't, you are the enemy. Just kidding. I'm kidding.
Follow Tom on Facebook.
There were a few things that I saved that I was going to play on the show, but we're almost finished. So maybe I'll play one or two. Can I play one or two of my saved videos?
Play one. Yeah, play one or two.
Before we go.
Let's do that.
This video is of a little girl who she discovered that her sister has been using her iPad charger for her own device. And she's very upset about it. What I got to do is I think I need to plug this in. Let me just plug this in quickly so that we can hear this. Because I got it on my phone here. All right, so so there we go. That's my phone there. And then let me lift that channel and then we take a listen. Oh, hold on. Why is that not working? That's weird.
Maybe the packet's not going through in time.
I've got everything plugged in here. Let's just see. No, it's playing through the phone. And it's very funny. I want people to.
Those phones are so tiny, you can't backspace them because there's no backspace button on the thing.
Oh man! Now I've just cut the thing off. Let me try and put it back on. How am I going to do this? I really do want to play this. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go, Billy. He always starts around this time. Have you noticed? There's like a part of the show that he's like, okay, This is my part of the show. And this is where I start hating you, Billy.
No, don't hate Billy.
I love you, but moments like this start making me wonder what Kentucky Fried Ringneck Parrot tastes like.
Oh, I've got the spices for you.
Have you got the recipe for the parrot, the fried parrot? And now he's quiet. You hear that?
Oh, yeah.
Tell him you put him in some hot oil and batter. He's going to keep quiet for at least 10 seconds. Okay, so now...
You'll be headed for parrot battery.
Oh, I know, and I don't want to go to jail for being horrible to parrots. Okay, there he is. He's back. He's back. Okay, now I need to... You know what we're going to do? We're going to do this via the Bluetooth channel. So let me just pair this phone quickly so that we can get the audio. Billy!
Billy, stop it.
Stop it, Billy. We can't. My nerves. My mother used to say that.
You know how favorite and common a name Billy for a bird is?
Really? It's like Sheba for an Alsatian.
I suppose, yeah. My grandmother had a little blue budgeriggar we used to call Billy.
Really? Billy the Budgie?
Billy the Budgie. And my mom, before she passed away, had a budgie that she used to, because after my dad passed away, she had nobody to keep her company, so she was given a little green budgie and she called him Billy.
Okay. Billy the Green Budgie.
Only the green budgie.
Now I don't know what's going on here. Maybe it's paired to another device. Oh, this is so complicated. And I really want to play you this little video. It's very cute. Okay, so it says, okay, and then I got to find Rodecaster Pro. I think there's another device that's connecting to it before. Okay, there we go. Right, here we go. Let's give it a try, right? We're going to go to my phone. So you're going to see that's what my phone screen looks like. Do you see? Let me just show you how many emails I have got that I haven't managed to answer. 1,558 and 185 SMSs that I haven't got to yet. Oh, boy. All right, so let's go.
I was wondering why you didn't answer me back in
You're
1985.
part of that 1,500 and something. You've gone into the gray zone there. All right, so off to saved videos. Here we go. Here we go. No, why is it not playing?
Thanks to you, my charger's not charging on my iPad because it's got used to your iPad instead of mine. It's not charging my iPad and it's all your fault. I hope you're happy because I've told Mom. Thanks a lot, you idiot.
Isn't that funny?
Thanks a lot, you
Rachel.
idiot. Thanks a lot.
It's charging your
Thanks
iPad.
to you, my charger's not charging on my iPad because it's got used to your iPad instead of mine.
Now the funny thing is, I'm with this child. I'm very protective over my charger. If you want to use my charger, I'm not so sure about that. I'm with the kid on this one. Then there's this kid.
There was a time.
Yes?
There was a time in my household where I was the only one with a new C-type charger, the rounded on both sides.
Yeah.
But there were 3 phones like that in the house.
So your
my
charger
phone had
got
to be
molested.
Yeah.
See, this is
And
what
then I
happens.
Pulled out and plugged into somebody else and said, "Where are you? How much more percentage have you got?" No, I've got 39. I'm on 35. Give it to me.
You need more charging
boy.
cables. Now, here's a kid, he's doing spinning. Check this out. This is what South African children are capable of. I love this child. Look at the gear lever. Now he's going to get out the car. That's brilliant, hey? Now he leaves the car.
Is it drifting or spinning?
He's spinning. Now he's getting back. The kid can't be older than 10 years old. That is... How cool is that? That suits the West Rand down to the ground. And then there's... I've got a one-legged dancer. I don't know what's appropriate, but there's a one-legged dancer. He's got a whole channel. I do not know why I had him. And then there's this guy, Nathan, who's been doing badly at school, and I think he's just got the best excuses under the sun. Take a look at this.
There was a 1 and there was a circle.
Do you
so
know?
that means that it was a 10 and the book came with a 10.
No. Do you know what the teacher said? Oh, the teacher asked what went wrong. What went wrong, Aaron?
This is now a long story.
This is a long story.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what's wrong around me. But I can't put things together.
It's fine, you will be
And
able.
then,
will be able to,
and,
don't worry,
and then
baby.
my teacher asking now, why can't you put things together? And I said, I don't know. You must maybe ask my parents. So I think that you and my father must go to the meeting again.
And do what?
Because all the other children knows they test, but they said me, I don't know anything.
No.
So tell me, what must I now do in grade 1?
You must listen carefully to the teacher.
Ethan, I am trying to, but every single time, then my head goes off.
That's
and
my
it doesn't
problem.
stay on.
What?
Ethan, if you press your head on, then it makes a bit of light and then your head is on. And then you know what to do. But if it's off and darkness in your mind, then you don't know anything.
So it's always dark in your mind.
So I don't know why is it dark in mine. but Peyton is on, but I'm off.
I love that kid, eh? So these are the things that I keep track on and I enjoy. There's some people, I think I showed the animal, the guy taking the dog the other day.
Derek, put my dog back.
I am not arguing with you right now while you're at the bar. It's a Tuesday night. You worked all day and you left her at home.
She's a dog. She's allowed to be home.
You're lucky I don't call APS.
So apparently that one, I saw another video the other day where him and the kid come along and they spray foam the camera to abduct the dog, but the kid doesn't get the spray foam right, and the guy can still see, and he says, I can see you taking the dog, and there's another huge argument in the yard, which I thought was very funny. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else in my saved feeds that I could show you, and I don't think there is. I think that's a bit... there's a cat that's been trained to go to the loo. I don't know how appropriate that is. Yeah, I think I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel now, and I think it's probably time for us to leave. Yeah, it's probably time for us to go.
We're 3 minutes away, so yeah.
So, all right. Well, there we go. Alistair, no brutal shutdown for you. Taking your place in the comment section today was Tonya Curry, who has had her toenail removed, and now the drugs have obviously kicked in.
In the comments?
Yes, as she's been in the comments, and we'll have everyone together on Thursday. Maybe we'll have Natalia, and I hope you enjoyed. What we've done in the last hour is technically we haven't done very much.
We had a toenail discussion.
We had a toenail discussion, and yeah, if you came to the show for intellectual stimulation, I apologize, and I'm profusely sorry that we weren't able to do
is our aim.
In any kind of encyclopedic talk today.
That is our aim, but we don't always achieve it.
Today we didn't. Today the discussion went as deep as toes today. That was it.
It went all the way down to our feet.
Oh, man. Talking about feet, I've been driving some Suzukis lately. I was driving the Baleno this weekend, which is a wonderful car. And I was driving the Swift. We'll put the video up tomorrow, my latest Swift video. But they've got some great specials. In fact, on three-door Jimneys, the GLX manual and GLX Auto, there's a great special at Suzuki Kyalami and Suzuki Rivonia. And Liam Winter is one of the Jimny geniuses there, and here he is with one of the specials. If you're looking for a Jimny, now's the right time to pop along to Suzuki Kyalami, Suzuki Rivonia, and go buy one of those cute little Jimnys. Take a look.
Hi, Liam here, your Suzuki Jimny genius, and do I have a huge promotion to share with you. Right here, I have got the Suzuki Jimny 1.5 GLX 3-door manual at a massive discounted price of $372,900. If manual is not your cup of tea, I've got this beautiful Suzuki Jimny 1.5 GLX Auto 3-door at a massive discounted price of $394,900. And for the months of March and April, we are throwing in a 4x4 experience so that you can get behind the wheel of your Jimny with confidence. With deals this hot, stock is limited. So don't delay, inquire today at Suzuki Kyalami or Suzuki Rivonia, the home of happy customers.
So there we go. That's where you go get your Jimny. You need a car, I promise you, the Van Kerkhoven family, they're the best. You'll never regret buying a car from those people. You become part of the family. They don't forget you when you drive out the door. And they're good people. Solid people. Isn't that who you want to buy a car from? Solid people. Become part of the family. Suzuki Kyalami and Suzuki Rivonia sponsor the show. We thank them for their sponsorship. Also, part of the show and part of our sponsorship team is Vision by Design. They're an optometry practice with special interest in pediatric vision care, myopia control, and specialty contact lens fitting. They're also a great group of people. We're so lucky to have sponsors who are good people on the show. And Vision by Design is one of them. Okay, let's see. What do we got here? Does Liam come with the Jimny? Asks Moira. Ooh, Moira, you are getting spicy, hey? We can always talk to Liam. I did meet his wife, so I'm not sure how she'll feel about it. But you never know. For the right price, add another 10 or 15 grand onto that, and maybe you can take Liam. Stop it! I'm not sure. I suspect he doesn't come with the Jimny. See you all Thursday, says everybody. It was a super show. Thanks, Tom and Alistair. Tonya, feel better soon. Love the show, says Anita. I was just saying while the Jimny advert was playing, I was saying to Alistair, we just spoke for 57 minutes and the only thing we covered was toenails. I mean, literally, that's the only thing we covered in 57 minutes. And what's that? Hold on, you were there, now you're gone. Oh, there you are. Okay, yes?
Inspirational, I said.
I don't know. I was saying to us, Alistair, what on earth is this show? During the Jimny ad, we were talking, and I was saying, Alistair, do you realize we've only spoken about toenails for 57 minutes? We've come up with nothing inspirational. Report back. Oh, here's some news before we go. I just spoke to the doctors down in KZN that are going to, they said they'll see Gina Lee. They're real doctors. They said 900 for the appointment, 3,500 for the scan, and have 500,000 ready for the operation. And I went, yeah, sure. Hold on a moment. Let me just pull it out my pocket here, and I'll throw it all the way to KZN for you, Oak, so that you can have another half a bar. So the news that came back to us today was good, because we can get Gina Lee to really good doctors very quickly. But they did give us the price list before we even see what's wrong with her. So we might have to find $900 and a few $100 here and there to get her to these doctors and have a look. And from there, we'll see. We have got some charities looking at the case to maybe they can sponsor a lot of it. But the ball is rolling. That's the good news, even if the doctors do charge a bomb and a half.
We've got to get those raffles working.
Yeah, we'll get there. I'm not worried about the money. I just want to find someone who can do the job and do the job properly. So
exactly.
That's the story, okay?
Oh, that's good news.
The doctors have seen her files, and they've seen all of that, and they're saying, all right, we'll see her. Have you got any money? And so, well, money is the last thing we're going to worry about here. First, we're going to worry about whether we can get the right doctor to do the right operation, and then we'll talk money, and then we'll talk discounts and sponsorships and whatever else we can. But it looks like Gina Lee's journey is starting. And that is something I'm very happy about. And
really
actually, while we talk about toenails and while we laugh about love, what we're really here to do is to change the life and the direction and the course of a young person's life as often as we can. We've done it 4 or 5 times this year. We're going to keep doing it. And our big story is Gina Lee, and we've got Warren. And I'm trying hard to get private guys to help us as much as they can with our 2 little cases. So maybe we'll have some good news for you on Thursday. We'll see. But we'll keep pushing. And that's what we're here for. We're here to have a laugh. We're here to make you feel better. We're here to be your friend. We're here to be a shoulder to lean on when times are tough. And we're here to try and make things better for people who are in a bad medical situation, especially youngsters. And that's what the show is all about. There we go. So, Gina Lee.
Thank you.
Gina Lee. We just got to get it to the doctor, and then we just got to find $500,000 or so, that's easy, sure.
We can do it.
We can do it. Okay.
We can do it.
Well, thank you, Alistair Jameson out of Germiston, Primrose Hill, representing the big mountain in Germiston there. Goodbye, Ali.
Thank you, Tom London. Thank you, Tom London, of Weltevreden Park.
Good to have your family on board. We're making the circle bigger.
Right. Great to have the family on board today.
Lekker, you've got competition now. Your butts climbed in there. There are 2 Jamesons now. Tonya Curry is probably
Jameson, that's great.
a double Jameson. Tonya Curry is probably bummed out on Trammel right now. So I'm being serious. She's probably trammeled out. And she'll join us on Thursday. And I'm Tom London. I'm the chief instigator here. I'll be here on Thursday regardless. And if I catch you in between, I catch you in between. Come to us on Tuesday for updates on Gina Lee. Come to us on Thursday for updates on how we're doing with Natalia and Natasha. We'll see if we can get them on. Maybe Thursday, eh? All right, maybe we put Natalia and Natasha on Thursday. We'll do a Tom London Show intervention. Get the family back together. The Tom London Show is brought to you by Suzuki Rivonia, the nicest people in the business. They're also the home of happy customers. I'll catch you on Thursday. Thank you for being such a loyal friend. Thank you for being a great viewer and a listener. Thank you for joining Alistair and Tonya and I on a Tuesday and Thursday and being part of this madness and being part of the fun, but more importantly, being part of the solution every now and then for someone's trouble in their life. Lekker. Well, I really don't want to go because it feels like I'm losing you, but I'm